So I just wanted to take a moment and build briefly about health and wellness goals and how they relate to a transformative lifestyle. And what encouraged me to put the video up is because right now we're closing out the summer, we're entering into the autumn, and people oftentimes see these junctures as a way to incorporate change in the seasons of their life, health wise, whether that is mentally, physically, or emotionally. And one of the things that I also begin to see is there's oftentimes a disparity between the goals that we set for ourselves and how it translates into a transformative lifestyle. And that is what I wanted to take a moment to build about today. One of the things I think that is key and very important for us to keep in mind is that any health and wellness goal that we set, whether that is to lose a certain amount of weight, whether that is to include more cardio, whether that is to include more fasting, to make dietary changes, whatever that health and wellness goal we set for ourselves, that goal is for the express purpose of maintaining a transformative lifestyle. So if I'm going to the gym right now because I want to lose 10 pounds or whatever, and I wasn't really going to the gym on a consistent basis like that, once I reach that goal of losing that specific amount of weight, I should be utilizing that type of routine as something that segues into a transformative lifestyle. So the important thing about any type of health and wellness goal that we set for ourselves is that it must be practical and it must not be an unreasonable expectation that we set for ourselves, because we live in a society where we already have unreasonable expectations on what we should be doing, how we should be looking, and where we should be at in life. So if we have unreasonable goals that we set for ourselves, we just simply add to and further compound a lot of the challenges that we naturally have to deal with just because of the type of society that we live in. So those people who are incorporating more cardio into their daily life, one thing that I encourage them to do is, if you're running 5Ks now and you never did it before, if that is something that you want to use to segue into a transformative lifestyle, then do the amount of running that you can see yourself doing indefinitely or for the rest of your life. Because it's not about just the destination, it's about the journey. And any type of health and wellness goal that we set for ourselves should be for the express purpose of establishing a level of sustainability along this journey of health and wellness. It's not enough to just go to the gym because we want to lose a certain amount of weight. The goal is to live a certain way. If we're going to be attending a gym more on a consistent basis, then envision yourself attending that gym indefinitely or for the rest of your life, because it's really about a transformative lifestyle. It's not just about taking a certain amount of weight off. It's about living in a certain type of way where your weight is never going to be a challenge to you for the rest of your life. So it's less about the destination and more about the journey. That is what is key, and that is what is important. So I will, this was inspiring, it was empowering, it was educating, and gave those of you a little bit more insight in regards to how our goals, health and wellness wise, should be used as a segue into a transformative lifestyle. It's not enough about just getting to a place, and it's more about being and maintaining and sustaining a place in terms of how we really want to live for the rest of our lives. And if we're setting unreasonable expectations for ourselves, like for example, some people, they may have not really gone to the gym like that throughout the year, and now they want to take a certain amount of weight off, or now they want to do this or do that, they're hitting the gym hard body. What oftentimes happens is, because it's an unreasonable expectation, you see people doing it for a certain amount of days or maybe a couple months, and then they fizzle out. That is because they didn't approach it practically or with reasonable expectations. If you're going to go to the gym on a consistent basis in a way that you can see yourself doing that for the next 10 years or indefinitely. Don't go and put yourself in a position where later on down the line you cannot even envision yourself doing it for the rest of your life. That is unreasonable. And oftentimes we undermine our own ability to be successful in our undertakings because we start off things in a sprint as opposed to looking at it as more of a cross-country race. So again, this was inspiring, it was empowering, it was educating, and gave those of you a little bit more insight into how our goals, health and wellness wise, relates to a transformative lifestyle. It's about the journey. not just the destination. Peace.